Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm not actually graduating today or ever. No, I'm just kidding. I will graduate. I just won't be having a graduation ceremony because of coronavirus. So that's kind of a bummer, but I had already ordered my whole getup. So today I'm gonna be taking some pictures before I return it. And I just thought I'd film like a whole chit chat, get ready with me about, you know, my whole college experience and what it's been like and how I'm feeling with graduating and my plans for the future and just everything. So if you guys want to see how I got ready and if you want to like just hear about my college experience in general, then just go ahead and keep watching. So first question. I'm really bad at doing my makeup and answering questions at the same time, but I'm gonna try. First question is, what college do you go to? I go to the Savannah College of Art and Design, and my major is fashion marketing, and my minor is fashion design. And I'm just putting on primer. This isn't really gonna be a tutorial. I'm gonna be talking about like college, so I hope that's okay. Okay, yeah, next question. All right, I'm literally just following along with this other YouTuber's graduation video and like answering the same questions she's answering. So next question is kind of just like your overall, like if you were to tell someone about your general time at college, like overall timeline. So I will start with, she started with senior year of high school, so I'll do the same. I wasn't even gonna go to college, gonna be completely honest with you. Wasn't even gonna go. I was gonna go to cosmetology school, and that probably doesn't shock a lot of people because obviously I'm very into makeup and hair and all things beauty, but yeah, I really did not want like a corporate job. I've always known that that is like not something I want to do. I think I get it from my mom. She's very much the same way, and I've just like, I don't know, I've like always witnessed firsthand that like, yes, education is important, but it's not necessary, you know? But my mom really wanted me to go and my grandma really wanted me to go, and so I started looking, and I was in Texas at the time and I didn't have anything that I was really interested in there, and I wanted to go to UT, but it was like way out of my price range and I was not smart enough to get in, I don't think. So my SAT scores weren't that great. I'm really bad at math, like super. If it was possible to be dyslexic at math, and that's what I am. I'm just really bad at it. But I'm really good at writing and like creative stuff. Anyways, I didn't have that many options because my SAT scores like weren't super good, and I didn't take the ACT. So yeah, I only took the SAT once too, so I could have tried and like gone to tutoring. Whatever, I'm going off on a tangent. So I looked at UTSA, really did not want to go there, really was not into it. I toured it with my mom and she could just tell like, nope. And there just really wasn't a lot of creative options in Texas for like creative careers. There's no like art school that I'm aware of there. I'm sure there's like smaller ones, but then I was like, well, the only reason I wanted to go to UT is because it was in Austin, and that's like the really artsy city. But yeah, I just like literally after looking at UT San Antonio, I was just like, no, like this is so, I can't. That's like, I was so overwhelmed by like how big the classes were and how big the campus was and how I wouldn't get any one-on-one time with like my professors, which is really important to me. And I just knew that it wouldn't be like an environment where I would really, you know, thrive. So I just was like, if I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go to community college, so I can get in like a smaller class and get more like quote unquote attention from my professors, because I need that. Since I am so bad at math, I need like my professors to be there after hours, and you know, if I was gonna do that route, I wanted to make sure that I was gonna have the resources to be able to like succeed. So, you know, like whatever, wasn't super looking super hard. And then I applied. The only other design school I considered applying to was, is it called FITM? It's in California. And I literally knew I wasn't going to be able to go. I could not afford living there. Couldn't, like, so out of the question. And I didn't even tell my mom that I applied for that. And I don't think I actually even finished the application, but I did eventually tell her that I was interested in, like, going to a design school. And then my grandma, like, we travel and do a lot of, my grandma's in South Carolina, which is like 2 hours away from where I live now in Savannah. And we go to Hilton Head a lot. And Savannah, we usually would like do like one day where we would travel to Savannah and like walk around the city. And so we did that. And then my grandma was like, oh yeah, SCAD's here. I think she definitely knew like what we're doing. But we ended up like taking a little mini tour of SCAD, and I completely fell in love with it. And it was like 2 weeks before the graduation deadline, or not graduation, graduation's on my mind. It was like 2 weeks before the application deadline to like get in for the fall. And luckily I had already like kind of had a portfolio together because I needed one for FITM. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. I feel like that's not right, but whatever. So I already had one put together, so it was really easy for me to just go ahead and apply, and I applied, and then I didn't apply anywhere else, and I was just like, well, I mean, I'll just wait, and like if I get accepted, then I get accepted. And that's like, I've always been very go with the flow, so I was like, that's what's meant to happen if I get accepted, you know? So I did, and then I packed up all my stuff and drove my little Nissan with my grandma to Savannah, and it took 3 days, and it was fun. And I got here and I moved into my dorm, and my mom decided that she wanted to also come because she wanted to be closer to my grandparents who lived in South Carolina. And then I lived my first year on campus, and it was hell. Excuse my language. My roommate, I probably shouldn't talk too much mess because she might watch my videos, but she's a very nice person. We just had different ideas about a lot of different things and what the definition of clean meant and respect of space. So yes, that was interesting. And then I got another roommate, and I really liked her. She was really sweet, but she had some issues too. She was super nice to me, but loved to argue with her boyfriend at 4 in the morning on the phone. And we all like shared one room. Like, I didn't have my own room. It's like just 3 beds in a common area. That's like how my dorm was. So I did not get a lot of sleep freshman year, and I had no personal space, and it was like just so not fun. And finally my mom found a place here, and I moved out of the dorms after the first year and had my own space again, and that was so nice. But I'm so glad I did move into the dorms, because I wouldn't have met like all of my best friends that are still my best friends here like senior year down the line. So I definitely would recommend trying to live on campus. You meet so many people that way. And I think it's important. Just, it's a rite of passage, you know? Everybody's got to go through it. But yeah, all my friends like lived on the same floor. Like my best friend Peyton literally lived right next door to me, and that's how we met. And we're still best friends 4 years later. And we're gonna be best friends after we graduate, and it's gonna be great. So yeah, then sophomore year I lived with my mom. Still live with her, like nothing has changed. So, yeah. Oh, I can't open this. So, next question. Okay, so now she's like talking about her majors and stuff. So, I really got super burnt out like in the middle of my sophomore year. Like, we have 3 semesters at SCAD, trimesters, and I was just like, I was going through a really hard time. I don't know what it was. I was on like birth control, and it gave me really bad anxiety, and my grandpa had just passed away, and my lizard, who was like, I know that's kind of probably gonna sound goofy, like, oh, she's like super attached to a lizard, but it was the only pet I had ever had, and I had her, like, that was really like my pet, you know? Like, my family's had dogs and stuff, but like they haven't been my pet. And when she passed away, it was on my birthday, and I also got really sick, and I was just having a really hard time sophomore year, and I I just got burnt out. Like I couldn't even focus on school. I couldn't do anything. Like I really just didn't like what I was doing. And I wanted to like take a break semester, and my mom was like, I don't think that's a good idea. Like she was worried I was gonna drop out, which I would never do, like halfway through and then waste all that money. But I just ended up taking one class that semester, and then I realized, you know, I think it's just my major that's like stressing me out mostly. I was really stressed with all that going on. And fashion design is like so much work, and I commend anyone who made it the whole way through here at SCAD because it is no joke. I just couldn't handle it. Like I wasn't passionate enough about fashion design to be up at, like getting no sleep, and it's just so chaotic. It's a really hard major, and I won't deny that. And it's really hard to succeed in that field as well, and it's just so much stress. So like kudos to anyone who made it through. I did not. I changed my major to fashion marketing, and I liked it so much more. And that was sophomore year, and I just decided to finish fashion design as a minor, and because like a lot of the classes overlapped, so all I had to do was this past summer I took summer classes, and it caught me up, and I'm graduating on time as like the same as everybody else. So that's like my whole timeline. Now, like as far as like living situation kind of goes, but now I'll just kind of talk about my experience. So freshman year was like a really confusing year for me, just because it was just like see, I'm still confused. Like I don't know what the heck freshman year was, but I just, you know, I moved there and I had no friends and I didn't know anyone, and I was away from my whole family for the first time and like fully dependent, and it was a lot to learn how to like time manage. And you know, you realize like, oh, you know, if I don't do the dishes, they pile up because my mom's not here to like, not that my mom like does everything for me, but you know, she will pick up after me. And you realize like all the things that your parents do for you, and you become like so appreciative of everything that they do, because it's a lot to manage on your own, especially if you have a messy roommate. But yeah, throwing shade today, but yeah, it was just a learning curve, literally just learning to become an adult. And I figured it out. You know, I discovered that like you should get activity. You shouldn't just, you know, lock yourself in your room all day. It's never good for your mental health. I was also really concerned. SCAD loves to do this thing. I'm gonna roast SCAD for a second here. SCAD likes to do this thing where they make it seem like it's the end of the world if you don't pull an all-nighter every single night for all of your assignments. And the reason I know this is because I went through it and I fell for it. So like freshman year, I was all consumed with school. I was so worried about failing, so worried, like such a perfectionist, got no sleep. I was in like not a good mental state. Because I was just so consumed with school, and I had also just like gotten out of a relationship, my high school relationship, and I just wanted a like distraction, and I was feeling like, you know, like, ooh, I don't need no man, strong, independent woman, like I'm gonna focus on my studies, ooh, you know, that's kind of like the zone I was in. But I got like a little toxic, and I like wasn't making any friends because I was just staying in my dorm all day, working on homework, and that's not good. Like, don't do that to yourself. That's silly. You need like a healthy mixture of socialization, workout, like gym time, study time, and like cleaning time, and you need all of that, or at least I do. Not everyone, I guess, needs social time, but I never realized, I always thought I was a huge introvert, and I guess I'm not, because I went insane like not having friends. So finally made some friends. They lived next door and like down the hall, and like once I met them and like started relaxing a little bit and not dedicating all of my time to school, it was like much better. And sophomore year was really fun, and I started like, I didn't slack off. I will not say that I did that, but I started treating school like a little bit less as a, like, not as big a deal. And it also had, again, a lot to do with the fact that I wasn't super into my major, like I already said. Just could not get into it. And then once I changed majors, like, it was fine, and all that changed, obviously. So then sophomore year, kind of stayed the same. Only difference is I actually ended up getting back with my boyfriend from high school, and we did long distance. We're no longer together, obviously, but it was interesting. That's all I'll say. Like, it's just long distance, and dealing with that, like, while you're in school isn't my cup of tea. I found it very, actually, like, distracting, because, you know, I wanted to be, like, I missed him and I wanted to text him, but then I was just, like, texting all day, and, like, every time I tried to do my homework or read, like, you know, it's like every 5 seconds I'd be breaking, like, my focus, and it's just, I found it very distracting and whatever. I ended up, like, going over the summer to go, like, visit him, and we just decided, you know, like, we've grown out of each other, we broke up, and that was fine. And then I spent the next, like, couple weeks being single, and I had always had a crush. Well, like, kind of, this is like a kind of how I met Oliver story. So I literally broke up with my boyfriend over text, but it was fine. I don't think there's any hard feelings, because it was a mutual breakup. Like, we both knew that it wasn't working out. So we broke up, and there was this guy, like, that I had always had a crush on, but he had always, like, had a girlfriend, and he had a twin brother. I'm, like, talking about Oliver in, like, past tense, but I'll zoom you in while I do my eyes. I had such a crush on Oliver, like, freshman year, because him and his brother are twins, and, like, I don't know, they're just, like, you know, twins are always, like, popular because they're different looking, I guess. Like, it's just a striking feature to have. So, like, everybody in my dorm room knew who they were, and they were like, oh my god, the twins are so cute. But, like, whatever. I just, you know, I just, like, thought that he was attractive from, like, far away, you know? Like, I wasn't actually thinking about dating him, and I knew he was off limits because he had a girlfriend, so I just kind of, like, put it in the back of my head and, like, didn't think about it. And then I just so happened to, like, go to a party with all my friends, and lo and behold, Oliver was there. And I was like, oh, like, I'm single now. Like, I could actually, like, maybe try something if I wanted to. I didn't know if he, like, was still dating his girlfriend or not, because she wasn't there with him at the party. So I was like, oh, maybe, like, they broke up. So then I started talking to him, and, like, we had a whole, like, night where we just got to know each other. It was really fun. And I definitely, like, it cemented the fact that I had a crush on him. I was like, yep, I really like him. I think he's so cute. And he happened to, like, be friends with my friend Augustin. So I asked my friend Augustin if he was single, and he was. We actually, like, pretty much broke up with our exes either on the same day or, like, really close to the same day. So that was fun. And then we just started hanging out, and we have, like, mutual friends. And the rest is history. We started dating on New Year's Day that year, and we've been dating ever since. It's been like a year and 4 months. So that's, like, kind of been, I guess, the biggest thing that's happened to me in college is that I met Oliver. Like, I got my best friends, I got my boyfriend, who, like, is my very serious boyfriend. I'm very, very much in love. So cheesy, but yeah, I was, like, literally just talking with my mom about, like, if I got nothing out of college, at least I met Oliver. But yeah, I'm very happy, like, with the relationships I've made, and I'm so happy that I chose SCAD. And as crazy of a school that it is, and as many complaints as a lot of people have, I do think I made the right choice because of where I am, like, now. I wouldn't change a thing. I would not change a thing. I'm so happy I came here. So that's cute. And then now it's senior year. And I'm about to graduate. And I have no plans for the future. Love that. I have no plans because of coronavirus. So it's like May, it's Monday, it's May, what's today? No, March 30th, sorry. It's March 30th and I've been in quarantine for like 2 weeks. Getting crazy. At least I can still go outside. But I had a couple jobs lined up and one of them fell through because of Corona. They canceled their summer internship program and I really think I would have gotten it had they not done that, so I'm really annoyed. Whatever, so that kind of sucked. And then I heard back from another place I applied to and interviewed with, and they just decided to go with someone else. But it was for a design program, and I'm a design minor, so I kind of wasn't expecting to get that one because obviously they'd probably pick someone who, like, it's their main focus, you know? So that's fine, I'm not too butthurt about that. Kind of expected it. And then I applied for this other job. It's in New Jersey, and I got it. It's a summer camp job. And I'm just kind of like sitting on it right now. I don't know if I'm gonna take it because New Jersey is pretty crazy with all of the coronavirus too. I feel really safe in Savannah and I have a job. I'm getting a text. I have a job here. I have a little retail job that I just got. So like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna stay in Savannah after graduation or if I'm gonna go up to New Jersey or if I'm gonna... I have no idea what I'm gonna do. I can't make a plan right now because I don't even know like if I'm gonna be able to go to Jersey. Like it might be on lockdown. Like I can't make plans and it's really stressing me out because I would like to have some sort of plan, especially like with having a boyfriend. Like I just would like to... So many people are like going through this right now. It's a really hard thing when, you know, you meet someone at college because it feels like at the time like, oh, like we live in the same area, but you really don't because like your home base is different. Like my home base is Savannah and Oliver's home base is New Jersey. And now I'm like realizing like, oh, we actually like don't live close to each other. Like you live across the country because that's where his family lives. So that's like a big thing for a lot of couples, I'm sure right now. Like my best friend's going through it. Her boyfriend's from India. He's not gonna go back there because he just wants to be in the United States. But like, can you imagine? That would be terrible. Like imagine if I had fallen in love with a transfer student from Hong Kong or something. And then like, now that we're graduated, like, oh my gosh, like I wouldn't want to move to Hong Kong, I don't think, and be away from my family. Like that's a big issue. So advice to all you girlies out there, if you are gonna date in college, maybe not the, I can't even say that. I was gonna say like be careful like who you pick because you know you're gonna have to think about that after graduation, but you know you can't pick who you fall in love with. So just, I don't know what my advice is for that because I don't even know what the heck I'm doing. I don't have any advice for you, I'm sorry. Maybe in a year from now I'll be like, this is what I did, but right now I'm just as lost as all of you. So both of my eyeliners are dried out because I haven't used them. I haven't been wearing makeup in like 3 months and my eyeliner dried out. With this eye done, pretty much, and then this eye like this. So I really hope I can find some. I'm gonna go look, I'll be back. So where did I leave off? Got more eyeliner, I'm using my mom's. It's just the Revlon one. Yeah, so again, like I said, I can't make a plan right now, which is very stressful. But really, like, I have to have some kind of plan. I can't just like do that. So yeah, with this whole, like, it was definitely an unforeseen obstacle, this whole coronavirus deal. I was supposed to be like, you know, entering the workforce at a really good time with so many people retiring, and like I thought I was gonna be a breeze to like get a job, and that just has not turned out to be the case, which is fine. I will survive. You know, like I've never been a big planner, obviously. With like my whole college entry story, I literally had no plan for college. That doesn't scare me. I think I get that also from my mom. You know, like I've been a very go with the flow type person, because I don't like to make plans too far in the future because I change my mind a lot, and I just change my mind a lot. So I don't like to plan far in the future because I don't know what I'm gonna want in the future. So like the most I'll really ever plan like in advance is like 3 months. Like that's usually about as like far as I go, because after that, like just so much can change. So much can change. And that's what I hate about making plans, is they never work out because something comes up and then like I have to make a new plan. So I just kind of take each day like day by day, and that's kind of always been how I've been, and it works for me. So that's what I'm doing with this whole graduation thing. You know, I graduate in 2 months, so my plan for the month after that and up until then is just to work really hard on YouTube, and actually get on a schedule for YouTube. Because I think a lot of success for YouTubers comes from, you know, I post on Tuesdays at 5 and like stuff like that, and just I want to treat it like it's my job essentially. So yes, I'm not sure what that schedule is going to be yet. I'm thinking, since I only have classes on Tuesday, Thursdays, I'll upload and film on Mondays and Wednesdays, or maybe Mondays and like Fridays, or I don't know, something like that. And I'm gonna do it like around dinner time, like around 6, because that's when everyone's like off classes, home from work, and like watching videos. But I guess it doesn't really matter because it's quarantine right now. Now's a good time to be uploading because everyone's just bored watching YouTube all day. So now is my chance to make it as a YouTuber. And yeah, that's kind of, I'm gonna stay in Savannah for at least probably like a month after graduation, see what like my boyfriend's gonna do. He might end up going back to Jersey, and if he does, I'll probably go with him and look for jobs there, just because I can't stand to be apart from him. And that's my, you know, do you guys watch Friends? Like, I feel like Phoebe, I'm so her when she's like, plan, I don't even have a I'm gonna put like the clip of it here. That's how I feel right now. But I guess maybe hopefully that's like comforting to you guys. Like, not everyone has their whole like life planned out. I know so many people who already have jobs, like my really good close friend Jake had a job last semester. He got a job working at Amazon in New York City, and now he has to go to New York City. Like, that's scary. Yeah, that's scary to have to go there now with like the coronavirus and stuff. So, you know, like, who could have planned for the coronavirus? You can't. So I guess, I don't know. Maybe that's just my excuse because I'm scared to actually make plans and like get a job and become an adult, but I just don't like making plans, okay? And I want to have YouTube be my job. So I think I'm done with my makeup. I feel like I want more blush though. My cheeks aren't rosy enough. All right, so now I'm just gonna go put on my outfit and my cap and gown, and I'm gonna go take some pictures, and I'm gonna post them on my Instagram. So if you guys wanna see it, then be sure to follow me there. I post like every time I upload a new video, I post on Instagram and let the people know. So if you guys want some more updates just on my life, or, you know, just can't get, like, you want more than YouTube, then just follow me on Instagram. And yeah, okay, I'm talking too much. I'm gonna go put on my outfit now. Okay, you'll see my dress like later when I kind of vlog like the picture taking experience, but I just forgot to explain why I have my hair like this. I do have bangs now, and I'm gonna do a whole video all about like how I style them, and I do like them. I don't regret it, but my hair is super greasy today, and I just didn't feel like washing it. And I tried on my cap with the bangs like when I first got it, and it just like they're really thin and wispy, so it just looked weird. It doesn't look cute with bangs, so I just decided not to have bangs today. So I don't even know if I'm putting this on right. And I have, which way does this go? Like I know you have to be like, oh, I graduated, but I don't know like which side it goes on. That's that's something I'll figure out later. I think I might keep this little tassel, but like I'm gonna return everything else, honestly, because like, ooh, I'm graduating. I look like the little owl from, is it Wikipedia or, I don't know. I can't remember now. I'm gonna put on the rest of my outfit though, so BRB. Okay, so here's where I'm gonna be taking my pictures. It's just this old white building that I thought looked very studious, and yeah. All right, you guys, so I hope you enjoyed this super, I'm sure, chit-chatty video, and comment down below if you guys have any questions about SCAD or graduation or like literally anything. Just shoot me a comment down below and I'll be sure to answer that. And be sure to follow me on Instagram to just kind of keep updated with YouTube and like my life, I guess. And be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell so that you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.